Good morning, everyone. Hope everyone can hear me. Hope everyone's been having a good Sunday morning. Seems like the weekends just flew by to me. Let me get my chat here fixed. I'm going to see if I can pull YouTube up here on my laptop and look at the chat that way. Okay. Oh, the sun's blinding me. I'm on the porch. Hold on one sec, guys, and I'll say hi to y'all. I'm fixing my chat here. Get on the live chat. Well, I still may have to use my phone because the sun. Lisa, Remy, Mandy Hall, Beach Bum, Cheryl Lynn, Never Lose Hope, Red Round Media, Cement Shoes, Just Jacks. Good morning, everyone. How are y'all doing this morning? Hey, Kira, about Miss Kira. Lisa says triple C. Yes, triple C. We may have to go in the house, guys. I can't see the laptop for the sun. So let me just walk in a second. Can y'all hear me okay? Let me mute my TV, guys. I wanted to sit on the porch, but I couldn't see the laptop for the sun. So I'll just use my damn phone. I started to put that as my name this morning, Lisa, triple C. Just Jax, I don't know if you've seen it, but I said hi to you in Discord. Discord is so confusing to figure out. Hold on 1 minute, guys. I had everything set up on the porch. I didn't realize the sun was going to blind me. We hardly ever hear your background noise. Oh, really? So the air conditioner didn't bother you guys? I always turn it off. It seems loud to me. I know it don't bother you guys, but some people complain, if your audio's messed up or whatever. OCC, you really should. It's called me Triple C. Did you? I'm still learning. I did learn how to chat finally, though. You can send private messages too, Just Jax. Mandy Hall, you should join our Discord. No one argues. We don't have any problems in there. We just chit chat. Goof off, basically. Talk about true crime. It's just a place where everybody can chat with one another, Mandy. And you can send private messages on there. Southern Mom, good morning. Going to church this morning? So I found us a couple topics this morning. Probably shouldn't discuss true crime on Sundays, but I'm going to anyways because it's in the news. But first, did y'all hear President Trump's brother died? I think it was his younger brother. He'd been in the hospital since the springtime. I'm not quite sure what was wrong with him. I know President Trump did go visit him a while back. It's easy, Mandy. It's just an app. You just download the app, start you an account, then you can. I can send you the link to get in, and it's easy. Well, I mean, it's difficult, it's confusing at first, but you can figure it out. I'm still learning about Discord and stuff. And you can create different rooms. Like we got a general room, then we got like a private chat, a few of us, and I got like a room for my links and articles. I started a room just for gifts for Lisa. Cool, calm, collected. Well, I was thinking about crime and then my first name and middle name, Triple C, Celeste Cecilia. Yeah, okay, so there was a woman, guys, killed by this guy with the machete. He attacked the whole family. Oh, crap. They had helped this guy out before. I guess let him do a little work, maybe give him a little food. To me, it seemed like um, maybe he didn't have anywhere to live. Anyways, they had had a falling out, right? So he comes to the house, breaks into the house, attacks the family with the machete. The mom is killed. Family friend is injured. The dad was injured. The kids was injured, and a family friend, and she was killed. Can you imagine that? We got a big machete, or Mark does, and I can't imagine someone chasing me with a big old thing like that. That'd be scary as hell. It's like something from Friday the 13th. Hold on, let me find it. Oh, here it is. Let me get the screen share. She's a pretty lady, too. It's so sad. They must have been terrified. Let me remove all these ads. Okay, shockingly violent machete attack leaves beloved mom dead. Husband, children, and family friend injured. Let's go down and look at the attacker's mugshot real quick. Look at him. Lonnie McNair, Brighton Police Department. What's wrong with his eye? It's all swollen up. Let me see what y'all are saying. I keep saying that this world is very scary, and I just think it's the medicine. Hey, Nika. Good morning. Um, let's read the whole article. I read it this morning, but oh, crap. I'm still getting used to this. I've forgotten a lot of what it said, the details. Okay, so this is in Colorado, of course. All kinds of crazy stuff happening in Colorado. Police arrested a man they say killed a woman and wounded four other people in a violent machete attack. Lonnie Lynn McNair, he's 48. He killed 51-year-old Bonnie Skinner and badly injured her husband Vincent, daughters Paige and Abigail, and family friend Daniel Smil in an attack that was shockingly violent. The suspect fled the Skinner home in Brighton as police arrived just before 10 p.m. on Tuesday and led officers on a chase until he crashed a few miles away on Interstate 76 in Lochbuie. I think it's how you say it. McNair fled on foot from the crash site and was tracked down by a K9. McNair was treated for a dog bite and has been charged with murder, attempted murder, and burglary. Our understanding is this was a person the family knew and was trying to help out in the past. And recently there had been some misunderstanding between them, and that may have been the motivation. The police spokesman, John Bradley, said. The crime scene, he said, was the kind of scene that makes even veteran cops take a step back. An affidavit filed in the case details what must have been a chaotic few minutes. According to the affidavit, McNair first encountered the family friend, the Smil guy, who's 51. He told police he tried to push his way into the residence. Paige Skinner told the police she and her sister had been upstairs and heard banging and saw Smil trying to hold the front door shut when they came downstairs. Daniel tried to run away from Lonnie once he entered the residence, the affidavit said. An, an unidentified person saw Daniel running up the stairs and saw Lonnie strike Daniel in the back with the machete. Smil then locked himself in the master bedroom and called 911. The unidentified person said she saw the suspect outside with both hands to his face, but the next time she looked, he was gone. According to the affidavit, Paige went out the front door and saw her mother coming up from behind her holding her phone. She was trying to call for help, the document says. Lonnie then came out of nowhere and started hitting her with the machete over and over. Hey, Leave It to Beaver, this is like a daggone horror movie, guys. A scene from a horror movie. Hey, Nancy Grace, we know you got a podcast. Okay. Another witness, identified as Michelle Hendricks, told police she saw a man strike Bonnie Skinner 6 or 7 times with a long instrument, which she could not identify. She also saw the male run over Bonnie twice with his vehicle. Police found Bonnie Skinner outside the home. The first officers to the scene said it looked as if Bonnie was mutilated. Bonnie's arms looked as if they were in an abnormal position. Vincent Skinner was struck on the back of the head with the machete. Um, and Paige Skinner had a cut on her left hand with significant damage to the fifth finger. Um, Smil suffered cuts to the back. The affidavit does not mention a motive. Can y'all believe this? Like, he breaks his way into this house and just starts attacking this family with the freaking machete. Oh, prayers, babes. I know all about the family stuff. I've got a couple relatives sick right now. Very sick. Hold on a minute, guys. Let me go shut Timothy's door. He's in there talking to his friend. Got him in. He talks with that headset on, and he talks loud. This is a sad story. Gosh, I bet they were terrified. I mean, this is like from a Friday the 13th movie. Wonder if this man has any mental illness. It's definitely premeditated. Colorado still has the death penalty, but I heard they really don't do much executing this day and time. It's probably got some type of mental illness or on something. Maybe both. Let's look at his mugshot again. Look at that. Well, his one eye right there, he looks like he has those Manson eyes. The dark, dark eyes. I wonder why these psychos, all their eyes look the same. Like Charles Manson, Fotis Dulos, this guy, a few more of them. They all got that look to their eyes. Like, I don't know, like they don't have a soul or something, but they're really dark. They look evil. Good gosh. I know, Nevertheless Hope is awful. Hey, Alex. Alex, your cheesecakes. Oh my gosh, they look so good. I want one. I feel like everything happens in Colorado or Florida. Yeah. If you pay attention to where all these crimes are happening at, most of the time, the ones we talk about are coming from Florida, Colorado, a lot in Texas. If you got the death penalty, you need to use it sometimes. Yeah. I saw yesterday Virginia, the state of Virginia, only has two inmates on death row. That's according to an article I read yesterday. Anyways, prayers for Bonnie Skinner's family and friends. Goodness gracious. They had, they helped this guy out before, and then they had a misunderstanding, and I guess that's the motive for the attack. I'm going to keep up with this and see if they release any more details about, you know, exactly what was their relationship with this guy. I know they helped him out, but to what extent? Charles Manson had such scary eyes because none of the rest of him was scary. He was 5'2". Yeah, he was like a little bitty man. Charles Manson was a con man. I mean, crap. He conned those people into committing murder for him. Oh yeah. Also, I saw this morning that a former NFL football player was shot. I wasn't familiar with this guy's name. Let's see. I'm still learning this laptop how to scroll and everything. I'm liking my laptop though. It's got a video editor, everything on it. It's pretty cool. Okay, so this guy was a former Cleveland Browns Pro Bowl linebacker, Chip Banks. He's in serious condition following a shooting in Atlanta. Atlanta police spokeswoman Marla Rooker told the AP that Banks was one of three men with gunshot wounds found by officers responding to reports of a shooting at around 1 p.m. on Wednesday. One of the men, identified as Charles Farms Jr., was declared dead at the scene. Banks, age 60, and the third man, identified as Benny C. Harris, were alert and transported to a local hospital, she said. Well, this Chip Banks is like 60 years old. I wonder what's going on here. Ricker had no further information on Harris's condition and said the investigation's ongoing. So Chip Banks, Nancy Grace and her stupid ads. Chip Banks was chosen as the number 3 pick in the 1982 NFL Draft by the Browns and was named Defensive Rookie of the Year that year. He was named to 4 Pro Bowl teams with the Browns. He played one season with the San Diego Chargers in 1987 and finished his career with 4 seasons in Indianapolis, retiring from the Colts in 1992. Chip was born in Lawton, Oklahoma, and graduated from Lucy Craft Laney High School in Augusta, Georgia. He played college football at the University of Southern California. It's like I have heard that name, Chip Banks. I guess there's a photo of him. What did they say he was, a linebacker? Yeah. They must have had some kind of dispute. I don't know. Maybe they were being robbed. Who knows? I hope that him and the other guy make it. Mommy Mars, good morning. I was talking about you yesterday because you left me that comment about that hormone cream for dogs. I'm going to try that. Charles Manson has that Santa Pacquiao spell. eyes, psychotic murder type eyes. Yes, Fotis Dulos had those same eyes. Pennsylvania to Tennessee is pretty good for child abuse, unfortunately. Yeah, I've noticed that about Tennessee. I didn't know about Pennsylvania. Their misunderstanding was they didn't know the guy was insane. Yeah. Oh, yeah. See, she's you're talking about the the guy that attacked the family with the machete. Yeah, they probably didn't know he was psychotic. I don't know that he's got mental illness. I'm just saying, more than likely, you'd have to have something bad wrong with you to attack a family, break in their home with a machete, like freaking Jason Voorhees from Friday the 13th. Goodness gracious. I wonder if he was USC with OJ. What position did OJ play, Beach Bum? I don't even know. I didn't even know who OJ Simpson was until he was charged with murder. My dad and my brother, well, my oldest brother, are big Washington Redskins fans. But Washington Redskins are changing their name because that's offensive to Native Americans. But yeah, they're big Washington fans. And my youngest brother likes Pittsburgh Steelers. I used to like the Colts. And then I had to switch to the Broncos when Peyton Manning went to the Broncos to be their quarterback. I'm a big Peyton Manning fan. He went to the University of Tennessee college. I hope it can help CC. Yeah, I believe it's anxiety, Mommy Mars. I thought maybe, she couldn't see because she's got those ice blue eyes and she's a beagle. And sometimes she acts like she can't. But I noticed on her walk, she saw some birds from a mile away and a dog. So I think it's her nerves. Okay, what else? Oh, I saw about a little girl that was shot. I don't know if I'm going to be able to pronounce her name. I think it's Italia. It. I don't know how you say her name. Italia, maybe. I'd have to look it up. Oh crap! About time somebody out or something. But she was a 5-year-old little girl shot dead while playing inside her home. Let me see how you pronounce that. That's going to drive me crazy. Let me get out my chat. It won't take but a second. I need to know how to pronounce her name. I think I'm pronouncing it right. Pronouncenames.com. Damn shame kids ain't even safe playing inside their own homes. Let's go back up and look at her picture. Look at that pretty little girl. Gosh, Hermione, are you going to play the video? Oh, it's got an ad. Pronunciation is brought to you by pronouncenames.com. They got 3 thumbs down. Italia. Okay, someone in the comment section says that's wrong. Okay. So her name's Italia. I'm probably still butchering it, but I'm pretty sure that's how it's pronounced. Okay. Get the damn ads down. I see a child abuse story. We'll look at that. A 5-year-old girl playing inside her South Carolina home was shot dead on August 6th, leaving family members devastated and pushing for justice. Natalia Graham was in the hallway of her family's home off of Langley Drive in Somerville when a bullet sliced through a brick wall and hit her. Although first responders quickly rushed her to the hospital, she passed away from her injuries. So far, Somerville police have not made an arrest in the case, and no suspects have been named or described. No one else was hurt during the incident. This is about my daughter, Italia's father said. That little girl was very dear, and now I'm like a 5-year old running downhill. There's no direction. I just don't know what to do. Oh, how sad. Oh, there's a video of her. Um, so they had a vigil for her Tuesday night to honor her. She loved bike riding, singing, dancing, My Little Pony, and the Powerpuff Girls. A 5-year old who should have been playing with her Legos, playing with her doll babies, and watching her favorite cartoons. But yet she can't do it. Pastor Thomas Ravenel said at the vigil, we have to say her name too with all the others, and we have to do something. So, Somerville police are asking neighbors who live close to the area where the shooting occurred to send in any video footage from the night in question. Meanwhile, a GoFundMe page has been set up to handle with funeral and burial expenses. A viewing for Italia is scheduled for August 16th at 3 p.m. to 5 p.m. at Dickerson's Mortuary in North Charleston. That's so sad. I better go get that GoFundMe link because I know someone will ask me for it. Okay, let me get back to my chat here. Isn't that so sad? Guys, do you know there's been like 200 kids killed, over 200 kids killed in Chicago, I believe, this year? Someone can correct me if I'm wrong, but pretty sure that I heard that on the news the other day. They said that. Can you believe it? Okay, let me get back here. I'm just going to post the GoFundMe link. Oh, I figured out why my chat hadn't been loading up. I had been, when I was setting up my videos, I was putting them as enlisted until I got all my settings fixed. Then going back and putting them as public. And for some reason, when I do that, the chat won't replay, even though the box is checked for it to replay. Also, the live chat is not always up right after the stream ends. It takes like an hour or two. Okay, let me get out of this right here. That is so sad. Okay, that's a YouTube video, so I'm not going to play it. YouTube's so weird about what you can play and what you can't. Sometimes you can play stuff and everything's fine. Other times you can play a short little clip and you get a copyright claim. But a claim doesn't hurt your channel. They just give you the option to remove whatever you played. A strike's what you got to worry about. It is so sad. Prayers for Italia Grand's family. Let's put up some prayers in the chat. Let me find my prayer hands here. That breaks my heart. She is such a beautiful little girl. We should put her up some hearts, guys. Some pink hearts. Okay. So I did have a little thing to read about Canon Hinnant. We'll get to that in a minute, but his killer, Cannon is the little boy who was riding his bike and his neighbor walked up to him and put a gun to his head and killed him, shot and killed him. Darius Sessmans is the killer's name. But Crime Online put out an article, and he could be facing the death penalty. He could get the death penalty, and he deserves to get the death penalty because he executed that little boy. Let me go ahead and get that. Now, just because this article says that, he is facing it or could get the death penalty, don't mean that he will. Here it is. Mark's been following this case. Let me screen share this. So they're trying to say that Cannon rode his bike in Darius Sesson's yard. So what? You don't walk up and kill little kids because they turned in your yard or something. There's something else. This man was on something. Maybe has mental illness, or he's just a freaking monster. Whether he has mental illness or not, he's a freaking monster to me. That's no excuse. I'm just saying sometimes people can be schizophrenic and get on meth and stuff, and they just turn into freaking, I don't know, lunatic. Yeah. Um, to me, mental illness is no excuse. And I hate when these sex offenders use the excuse that they were abused as children. Bullshit. I was abused as a kid. It makes me want to protect kids. That's why I'm so passionate about it. They just use it as an excuse to do their sick deeds. Abuse killer of 5-year-old Cannon Hinnant will face death penalty. Oh, it says it will. Okay. From online, Nancy Grace speaking with Tucker Carlson, I like Tucker, on Fox News show, predicted that the man charged with murdering 5-year-old Cannon in his front yard would face the death penalty. Darius Nathaniel Sessoms, 25, was charged with first-degree murder the day after the shooting on Sunday that left many in the small community of Wilson in North Carolina baffled. Well, today makes a week. I know that the families were friends. There's never been any bad blood between them at all, Grace said. And Cannon's dad did say that. He said there was no dispute. There was no bad blood. Nothing said. Everything seemed fine. Sessoms lived next door to the Hinnants and had, in fact, had dinner with the family on Saturday. As for a motive, Grace said family members said that the little boy rode his bike into the neighbor's yard, and the defendant comes out, holds the gun, and shoots the child point blank. I predict this will be a death penalty case, she said. Grace mused about her own children while thinking of a young life snuffed out too soon. He was set to start kindergarten this week, she said of Cannon. I think back on my children. They went to kindergarten, and what a big day it was. And now he's gone forever. He was due to start kindergarten tomorrow, guys, Monday. He's just one of those kids you could tell was extremely happy. Like Alex B's little baby. She's got that same look, she just lights up. Cannon does too in these pictures. Oh, look how happy he is on his bicycle. He loved riding his bike. Hold on a minute, guys. I gotta grab a Pop Tart. I'm hungry. I'll not smack into the microphone. I never eat while I'm live. Okay. Let me get that open. It's so sad. They got a GoFundMe set up for his funeral expenses. I don't see the link now. I've got the link in another video in the comments, so. Oh, let me go back down here a minute. No, that's not what I'm looking for. I saw something about a teacher and abuse. We're going to have to look at that in just a second. What else was I going to tell y'all? Marilyn Carter. I was calling her Marilane Carter. It's Marilyn Carter. She's the missing pastor's wife. I think she ran off, guys, on her own free will. I could be wrong, but I think she ran off. She was supposed to have flown to Alabama, Birmingham, right? But she didn't. I think it was Birmingham. Let me go look. But she decided to drive. She is a really pretty woman. But you know what? I noticed something about this picture, guys. I noticed something about her eyes. She looks like her eyes are glassed over. Her pupil is like, I don't know. They just look glassed over. That's all I'm going to say. Y'all know what I mean. To me. Now, makeup sometimes can make my eyes look like that. So maybe that's it. I hope that she's okay. But she ought to at least contact someone. She don't want to contact her husband. She should contact the police. Now, she was having problems sleeping. So, when you don't sleep, it can make you crazy, hallucinate, not in your right mind, delirious. But, I mean, she seemed fine when she left to go on her trip. She was just having problems sleeping. Let's see. She planned to fly from Kansas to Alabama. Kansas pastor's wife, who disappeared earlier this month while driving to visit family in Alabama, originally planned to make the trip by airplane, but changed her mind and set off for Birmingham by car. What changed her mind? So, Marilyn Carter, 36, was last seen leaving her home around 8:15 p.m. on August 1st. Her family, including her husband Adam and 3 children, stayed at home. Okay, why is she leaving for a road trip at 8:15 at night? Yeah, her eyes just look glassy to me, Mandy. Maybe it's just me. I'm the most suspicious person. You gotta be doing this true crime. You gotta be suspicious. Okay. It just don't make sense why she was driving left late at night. Maybe some people do that. We don't. We get up and leave early in the morning. Okay. So Overland Park Detective Blake Larson said Friday that Carter bought a Southwest Airlines ticket that Saturday to visit her sister, who is due to have a baby. But after a nap, her husband told police she decided to drive instead, leaving at about 8:15 p.m. That helps give a view into her mindset, Larson said, adding that her husband, the lead pastor at Leewood Baptist Church, was concerned. Reckon? He's very concerned. Using credit card charges, cell phone data, and surveillance footage, authorities tracked Maryland through Missouri Saturday evening with a stop at McDonald's at about 3:30 a.m. She was seen on surveillance footage checking into a Quality Inn in West Plains, Missouri, then checked out at 6:03 a.m. She didn't stay very long, did she? Later on Sunday, Marilyn fueled up at a Shell station in West Memphis, Arkansas, where surveillance footage showed she also picked up a cup of ice water. She spoke with her husband on the cell phone Sunday evening until the call was dropped. Shortly thereafter, she called her mother in Birmingham, speaking for about 15 minutes before that call too dropped. The last pinged location on her cell phone was at 8:02 p.m. She was crossing the Mississippi River into Memphis, Tennessee. Normally a 3-hour drive from West Plains, Missouri. Memphis is about 3.5 hours from Birmingham, and when Marilane hadn't arrived by 3 a.m. Monday morning, her husband filed a missing persons report with Overland Park Police. She left Overland Park on her own free will with nothing suspicious afoot, Larson said. Marilane's brother-in-law, Brad McLaughlin, maybe, told Nancy Grace on Thursday Crime Stories episode that Marilane wanted to find a local facility in Alabama to help with sleeping issues. Preferably a facility she was familiar and comfortable with. And there's her vehicle that she's driving. He had previous experience as a chaplain at 2 facilities she was looking at. She was a lot more comfortable coming to Birmingham. Marilane is originally from Birmingham. She graduated from Beeson Divinity School at Stanford University. She's a white female who stands 5'8". She weighs 130 pounds. Long brown hair, green eyes. She was wearing a green t-shirt and black yoga pants when she left home. She was last seen driving a dark gray 2011 GMC Acadia with Kansas tags 194LFY. I don't know if I said that right. Acadia. Who knows? I don't pronounce nothing right. I hope they find her. I mean, I hope she didn't do anything to herself. I think she was suffering. I think let me say it like this. I think her mental illness was a lot worse than what her husband and her friends and family knew. A lot of times when you're struggling and stuff, I know personally, I don't share it with Mark or, my family or anything. I might say something about it, but I don't say how bad it is. Hey, Lucy, is that in your area? These raspberry Pop-Tarts are good, guys. You gotta get some. I hope y'all can't hear me chewing. Memphis is bad about carjackings and murders. I hope she didn't run into the wrong person. Like she stopped somewhere. You never know. She could have had a flat tire or something. Some crazy tow truck driver come and give her a tow and done something to her and hit her vehicle. Watched too many movies. But I mean, it can happen. A friend's sister was abducted and murdered. Kimberly Wilburn from Walmart in West Memphis. Oh my God. Mm-mm-mm. That's awful. Hold on a minute, guys. Let me get some coffee. I got choked on my coffee. Hold on a minute. I tried not to cough, guys. I couldn't help it. I got choked on my coffee when I took a drink. I was going to say, if she's okay, I just wish that she would contact someone. I hope and pray that she's okay. But Yeah, she needs to contact someone because if she's okay, then they're wasting resources. Hey, Lori. Good morning. Bye, Mandy. Thanks for chatting. Hope your dinner's good. Yeah, bad people in that area of Mississippi. Yeah. Look how much resources Madison Bell wasted. Everybody worried to death about us, including us on this channel. We were doing videos talking about her, trying to get the word out, and she is shacked up with her online boyfriend. Yeah, I was totally disappointed in her after all that. Um, some of the things that she said on social media after all of it happened, very disappointing. She was out trying to make a buck after they had wasted thousands and thousands on searching for her, searching for her little bratty ass. I was glad that she was okay. Um, I was glad that she ran off with someone instead of some crazy person taking her. But what made me mad is she wouldn't even contact authorities. She acted like she didn't see it on the news. Bullcrap. It was all over the news. That's what upset me. But I'm glad that, it turned out she was safe. Bye, Alex. Have a good time. Be safe. Enjoy the cheesecake, strawberry cheesecake. Gosh, that looks so good. I love cheesecake. Anyways, guys, she could not be in her right mind, you know, and not even know where she's at or really what she's doing. But it looks like they would be able to find her vehicle. It's been all over the news, the type that she's driving, the tags and stuff. Okay, let me get back to Crime Online's thing because I saw something about child abuse. Neighbors. Teacher warned authorities about abuse and neglect of 6-year-old girl. Then she was found dead. Of course, it's the way it always happens. CPS and police don't do their job sometimes. They don't take stuff seriously. This is in this is Neighbors, Illinois, I guess. Neighbor of young Illinois girls say her death could have been prevented if authorities had heeded their warnings about alleged abuse and neglect. On July 2nd, police in Montgomery, Illinois, a Chicago suburb, were called to the home of a 6-year-old Carrie Rutherford, who was it was a dire situation. Jesus Christ, look at that woman's mugshot. Now that's one with bugged out eyes. What in the hell has she been doing? She's been hitting that crack pipe, meth pipe, something. Look at that shit. Mm-mm-mm. And look at him with this smug look on his face. Look at his lips. That little smirk. Oh, I didn't click on the article. I was already on it. Okay. Let's say police found the little girl bleeding from the nose, turning different colors. Okay. It appeared that the kindergartner had been dead for some time. The cause of her death was initially listed as unknown, but toxicology tests later found a lethal amount of, oh my gosh, ol- olazepam. I think that's how you say it. Olanzapine in her system. The drug is often used to treat schizophrenia and bipolar disorder in adults. Jesus. Prosecutors earlier this month issued involuntary manslaughter charges against Rutherford's stepfather, 29-year-old James Davidson, and her mother, 32-year-old Courtney Davidson. Authorities allege the couple's home was unfit for human habitation. The living conditions were horrible, with a very foul stench in the house, as well as what appeared to be feces on the floor. The documents also show the home had been the subject of more than a dozen calls to authorities since the family moved there. Why the hell didn't they do anything? Illinois CPS found AJ friend too. He ended up dead, killed by his evil mother and father. When I saw them at the house, my first response was, "It's Carrie," neighbor Monica Alexander told the television station. "I just assumed that she was hurt or she was gone. And then when they didn't take her away, I knew." Alexander, who told WBBM-TV that she had called the police multiple times in the past about her concerns, um, says authorities absolutely failed Carrie. They never went inside the house, she told the television station. Debbie, another neighbor, told WBBM-TV that she also had asked police to check on the family's children. "I was scared for those kids," Debbie told the television station. My mom's calling. The children were often left unsupervised at the home, and the neighbors sometimes witnessed screaming and physical abuse. One of Rutherford's teachers also alerted the Department of Children and Family Services. Yeah, Department of Children and Family Services suck up in that area because they failed AJ too. There was multiple reports about AJ. Hell, a doctor even reported it. They didn't do nothing. Um, okay, so a spokesperson for the Department of Children and Family Services told WBB-MTV that the agency had been in contact with the family before Rutherford died. The stepfather and mother have been charged with endangering the health or life of a child. So they're both in jail on a $250,000 bond, both of them. So you're telling me that this had been reported to CPS. Their house was filthy, feces on the floor, not fit for humans or even an animal to be inside of. And they didn't take the kids away? That's not the way it works here where I live. They come into your house, um, and your house is filthy, they're taking your kids. If they come to your house over a report of drugs, they're not calling you to tell you beforehand. They're coming and knocking on your door with the pee cup in hand, and you got to pee right there for them. So I don't know what's going on with these others in these other states with CPS, but they're very strict here. And I'm in a rural area. System fail here on the daily. Makes me so angry too, Cheryl. So angry. I cannot believe that CPS had been in contact with this family and those kids were still living in that filth, being neglected, abused. And look at this bitch's eyes. What in the hell is wrong with her? I mean, she looks like her eyes are going to pop out of her head like on the cartoons. Oh, yeah, where's the kid's biological father at? He's probably a piece of shit. Probably don't have nothing to do with them. If he was any good, his kids wouldn't have been living in a place like that with these two assholes. And that son of a bitch has got a big smirk on his face. I bet you anything, the kid didn't get into the schizophrenia medicine. They gave it to the kid. Probably forced her to take it. I'm 6 years old. Carrie Rutherford, bless her heart. That's so sad. There's people out here that can't have children and they're good people, could provide good for a kid. And then you got some of the bitches like this with kids. I just don't understand it. I don't mean to cuss. It upsets me. It really does. Heat my coffee up a little. Mm. We can have pictures and they still fail many kids here in my county, CC. See, that is so shocking to me. Like, I live up in the freaking mountains in a rural area. And, hold on. And CPS is strict around here. And I'm glad that they are. They should be. Like, say you got a kid that goes to school and there's reports of abuse. They go to the school and they talk to that kid before they come and visit you. And like I said, if there's reports of drug use, they come with a pee cup and you got to pee for them. If you refuse to pee for them, they will take your kids. I know someone that happened to. It makes me so mad too. Like, if you don't want to take care of your kids, give them up. See, pieces of shit like this, they like to keep their kids and neglect them. The reason they like to keep them is so they can draw food stamps, so they can get like a TANF check, all this and that. So they can get Medicaid, use the system. That's why they like to keep their kids around. A lot of these assholes will go up there and get food stamps, take it and trade it for drugs. They'll just give someone their EBT card in exchange for drugs. Drug dealer will go use it, then give it back to them. Then the little kids are without food. They're little kids. It's ridiculous. Ours should be tougher on abuse. Lots of false claims get filed too. Yes, and the false claims that are filed, that takes time away from the kids' cases, kids that are really being abused, such as like AJ Friend. They said they had case overload during that time. Well, they should have done some restructuring about their system and hired some more workers, shouldn't they? That kid shouldn't have been in that home. That home was filthy too. I cannot believe that. Like, they will leave a kid in the house in the state of Illinois, even if the house is filthy. Explain to me how that even makes sense. That is neglect. That is abuse. Sorry, guys, I get passionate about that. It really fires me up. That's even sicker. Use kids for money and treat them like vermin. Yeah. Feces on the floor. What kind of feces? Human feces? Dog feces? What are they talking about? I don't understand how people can live nasty with their house nasty, not showering and stuff. I don't know. I got 4 dogs. You cannot tell I got 4 dogs in my house because I clean. I'm taught to be clean. And being poor is no excuse for being dirty. My granny said they were dirt poor. But you know what? They were clean, she said. They made their own soap. They took baths every day. I worked at the Dollar General store, guys, in a few towns away, and every month here they'd come out of the mountains, as I say, into the dollar store, waste their welfare checks on junk at the dollar store. There used to be this heavy-set woman coming there. She stunk to high heaven. You couldn't stand to be in the store around her. She's real heavy set too, and she smelled horrible. Her hair was greased. She would come up to my counter. God Almighty, I tried not to breathe. She would pull her money out of her bra, and it would be all wet like. Oh my gosh. You'd buy $200 worth of junk and not buy no hygiene stuff. I swear on everything. She would leave the store. I'd wait till she's out of sight. I would disinfect my counter and have to spray Lysol spray before I could let the next customers come up. Believe me, them customers complained every time. It was ridiculous how she'd come in there and waste on that dollar store junk and not buy no soap, shampoo, deodorant, anything. Yes, it was gross. I'm telling you, that money would be wet. Oh, believe me, my customers did not care to wait while I disinfected and sprayed. Okay, if someone can smell you, then you can smell yourself. People like that need to be took to the car wash and scrubbed up. This thing in this picture look right here, she looks like she probably smells. I hate to be so mean, but I mean, they was mean to their kid. Their kid died. Pieces of crap. Hold on a minute. Did y'all see that this morning where a woman was attacked by a great white shark? I think she lived. She was right in its mouth. I gotta change the subject. It makes me too mad. Okay. I was going to share a story with you guys about a man. He used an axe to break out a window to a car because there was a dog left in it. It looks like a little dog like my Chloe, too. It says watch the video. Let's see if we can. I hate child abusers, guys. I don't mean to get so riled up about it. I feel like I'm preaching sometimes. I'm just very passionate about it. I'm the survivor of child abuse, and it's just very close to my heart. I got no sympathy and empathy for child abusers, pedophiles, sex predators. None. I don't care what happens to them. I wish the worst on them because that's what they deserve. She probably tweaked 10 minutes before her mugshot. She's smoking meth or crack one because her eyes are about to pop out of her head. How do we watch the video of this guy rescuing this dog? It says watch video. How? A man who saved a dog from a sweltering hot car with an axe has no regrets and would do it again. Footage of Bill Morse smashing the window of the VW Golf went viral when it was posted online earlier this week. Dog enthusiasts praised the Thames Valley Police firearms dealer for coming to the hound's aid. At the time of his dramatic intervention, Bill was visiting Newbury A&E in Berkshire. As he waited to be seen by a doctor, he walked to a nearby Curry's to buy a vacuum cleaner, only to spot the pooch in a hot car. He contacted police and noticed that the Yorkshire Terrier was panting and leaning against the window. After being put through to 101 and waiting for minutes on the end of the phone, Bill realized time was running out. The dog was minutes away from dying, and I just thought, I need to do something here. Realizing that no one else was going to step in, Bill decided to act. He went to his car and grabbed his axe, something he keeps with him as a registered firearms dealer. Bill asked fellow bystander Samantha Harvey to film his intervention, and they swung the weapon 8 times into the car window. Oh, there's little Yorkie. It looks just like Chloe. I would have done the same thing. Once the dog was liberated, he told officers having lunch in M&S what he had done before returning to the vehicle. There he came face to face with the animal's owner. I looked at her, the owner, and asked if she would leave her child in a car for an hour like that. And she said, "No, I'm really sorry. I don't know what I'm thinking," Bill said. He added, "In that moment, I knew that if I didn't act, then the dog was going to die." Poor little thing. Bill urged anyone moved by his actions to donate to Battersea Dogs Home. The owner of the vehicle returned and was given advice. Given advice? She should have been given a damn ticket for leaving her dog, little dog, in the hot car like that. Bye, Lisa. Have a good day. I'm getting ready to get off here too. I just wanted to share that story with you guys. If you see something, do something. You see an animal in need, child in need, anyone in need. See something, say something. Animals are little children too. Hey, if you leave a dog in a car like that, you'd leave a kid in a car. This is my opinion on it. Anywho, at least that story had a happy ending, although the dog should have been took from her. She doesn't need that dog. Well, guys, I think I'm going to get off here too. Get some things done. We'll go get Annabelle a branch, oak leaf branch with some leaves, and take her. Poor fur baby. That woman needs to go to jail for negligence and learn her lesson. Yeah, she was given advice and released. If it hadn't been for him, she'd have came back to her car and her dog would have been dead. I can't believe anyone would do that and think that's okay to leave a dog or a child, especially a child, in a hot car, windows up, no AC on. Kids should not be left in cars at all unattended with the air conditioner on or not. Same with dogs, because anything could happen. Car could cut off, anything. Tell Melissa, hey, Cement Shoes. You two have a good day. Hope your dad's doing okay. Hold on a minute. Lady, get in here. She is. Anyways, guys, I love y'all. It's been a great chat. Thanks for listening to me ramble on about with my true crime. Y'all be safe, be kind. I will see y'all in the morning, same time, same place. Peace.